Welcome to the Archive Network. I'm Aurelius, and with me, as always, Malik. We curate the conflict archive. Today, we open a new file. First Punic War Dedimdio. Malik, you've had this one on your desk for a while. Picture the Mediterranean in the 3rd century before the Common Era. The sun beats down on restless waters. Old enemies watch each other, certain their time has come. In Sicily, tension thickens like a storm cloud. Rome's legions march, eyes drawn south, hungry for more. Meanwhile, Carthage, master of the sea, guards her trade with unwavering discipline.
But let's not forget the people of Sicily. Their lives are not mere backdrop to these titanic struggles. The island is a patchwork of cultures, Greek, Carthaginian, and Sicily. Their ambitions and fears shape the landscape as much as the armies do. When you speak of giants, you must also consider the small voices that tremble beneath their shadows.
Sicily is certainly contested. Always has been. Carthaginian garrisons dig in behind thick walls, sweating through the relentless heat as they keep a watchful eye on their hostile neighbors. Syracuse, under Hiero II, is no less concerned about the chaos brewing around them. Meanwhile, the Mamertines, those mercenaries, have turned Messana into a formidable stronghold. Their rule instills a sense of terror, turning the local populace into wary subjects. This is the landscape of power struggles, a constant game of survival.
Terror is an understatement. The Mamertines didn't just seize Messana. They unleashed a wave of violence that shattered lives. Families are locking their doors at night, huddled together and praying for safety. Meanwhile, Rome is busy finishing its conquests in Italy. But that ambition, it's a double-edged sword. It could lead to glory for some or disaster for many others. We can't forget the human cost, a price paid by those who never sought this conflict.
Rome's Senate is in a frenzy, debating with growing unease. Some see a golden opportunity in the chaos of Sicily, a chance to expand our influence. Others, however, are wary, fearing the lurking dangers. Treaties may exist, but trust has withered away, and each faction suspects the other of plotting betrayal. In the end, ambition triumphs, and we watch as Roman troops cross the strait. A storm is brewing, and it's clear. This cycle of conquest never truly ends.
But it's not just ambition at play. The Mamertines are desperate. They are pawns in a larger game, reaching out for help from both Rome and Carthage. This isn't a clean intervention. It's a web of alliances and betrayals. The cost of war isn't just measured in territory, but in lives shattered before the first battle even begins.
Carthaginian ships land first at Messana, their black hulls slicing through the morning mist like knives. Soldiers aboard raise the Punic standard high, a signal of their arrival. Tension hangs thick in the air as Roman troops arrive soon after, the long wait finally at an end. But in the shadowy alleys of Messana, chaos breaks out unexpectedly. Roman and Carthaginian soldiers stumble into one another. Confusion reigns, and neither side knows who to trust or where their true allies lie.
Exactly. And that chaos is not a mere accident. It's the consequence of mistrust and fear. Blades flash in torchlight. Blood pools on the stones. A legionary from Latium falls, and a Carthaginian mercenary crawls beneath an archway, bleeding and alone. These are the true costs of ambition, lives shattered before the true war even begins.
The news spreads quickly, as it always does. In Rome, the Senate grows bitterly divided. Some see only the looming risks, while others fixate on the promise of expansion and glory that empire brings. Meanwhile, Carthage's merchants tally their losses, anxious about their dwindling power. Across Sicily, fear grips the populace. They rush to harvest their fields, desperate to gather what they can before the armies march in. It's a tense calm, but we know this won't last long.
But what of the people? Their lives are overshadowed by grand political maneuvers. Farmers are forced to flee their homes, leaving everything behind. Children huddle in doorways, listening for the stamp of boots. The real cost is not merely political. It's personal and immediate. Families gather in the dark, praying the coming storm will pass them by. Yet deep down, they know it won't. They feel the weight of uncertainty, and it eats away at their hope day by day.
It is too late for peace. The world is poised on the brink. Smoke from burning homesteads drifts across the dawnfields. Swords are sharpened, prayers whispered to every god. The spark is about to ignite, and when it does, there will be no turning back. The stage is set for a conflict that will reshape the Mediterranean.
And the irony is that this conflict isn't just about land. It's about identity, power, and survival. When you look at the Mediterranean, you see a place where cultures collide in such raw ways. The ambitions of empires often overshadow the everyday lives of the people caught in between. Families are torn apart, histories erased, and dreams shattered. This war will leave scars that last for generations, shaping not just the landscape, but the heart of those who call this place home.
This war will echo through history, and we must recognize that the choices we make today will send ripples far into the future. What starts in Sicily will have a profound impact on the fates of both Rome and Carthage. The ambitions of men often lead us down unexpected paths, and the reverberations of this conflict will be felt for generations. It's a reminder that the tides of power are relentless, shaping the world in ways we can't yet imagine.
That's where we leave it for now. Part 1 of 5. First Punic War is far from done. If you're new here, we're Aurelius and Malik, curators of the Conflict Archive, part of the Archive Network. Part 2 drops soon.